Good evening, boys. It's your boy Swolly. We here for week 6, week 7 of the Best Beekeeper League podcast slash video slash whatever this is, the meet and greet for the week. So let's jump into it. Here's some tunes for your ears. Let's go!
Where the bass gets moved, couple hits to the face. I know that I need time now, yo, I gotta go and find my way. My name came up a lot of sounds, more when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. Unless you heard it from me, then you ain't heard it from me. Got it from me, all the energy extra. Where the bass gets moved, couple hits to the face. I know that I need time now, yo, I gotta go and find my way.
Do it. So, Best Beerkeeper League, gonna do a recap of 2 weeks here. So let's look at the scores from the last 2 weeks and let's take a look at our standings real quick. See where everybody's at through the first 6 weeks of the season. So let me pull this right up here. Give me 1 second. All right. So in this week, we are looking at an overview of the last 2 weeks. So last week in week 5, or sorry, 2 weeks ago in week 5, the scores were Good Monster Inc., my team. We turned down for Watt with a 123 to 118 win. Huge win for me. Really needed that. Josh's team still refuses to be named with an English name, but that's okay. Beat Hide and Zeke with a really high score of 144 to 132. Kevin's team beat King Green 18 with a 102 to 99 win. Dog Pound lost a game to Digs in a Blanket, 122 to 93. And Bama Slammer lost a close one to D Side Piece, 112 to 103. And that was so D Side Piece got that win. That put them at their first one of the season. So nobody's going winless this year, which is good. Week 6. Last week, Good Monster Inc., my team, beat Dog Pound 121 to 87. Turned down for Watt. Joe's team went ahead and beat up on Josh's team 103 to 77 to hand Josh's first loss. So everybody's got a loss now too. Nobody's undefeated. Kevin's team with a 122 to 84 win over Hide and Zeke. King Green 18 keeps doing it, 105 to 98 over D Side Piece. Bama Slamma 117 to 111 over Digs in a Blanket. All right, standings through week 6. The standings are as follows. Josh's team on top at 5-1 with the highest point total by 1 point over turned down for Watt, even though the head-to-head matchup loss happened, but it goes by points for the highest. So yeah. Anyhow, Kevin's team is in third at 4-2. King Green 18 is in fourth, also tied at 4-2, just a little bit lower point total. Bama Slamma is at 5 at 3-3. My team is at 6 at 3-3. Digs in the Blankets 2-4. Dog Pounds 2-4. And Hide and Zeke and D Side Piece are at the bottom 1-5. A lot of games yet to be played. Nobody's out yet. So, yeah, we'll see what happens next week. But looking pretty interesting as far as those standings go thus far. Let's take a look at the actual weekly challenges. So for the last 2 weeks, there's been 2 weekly challenges we had. First of all, for week 5, we had Rookie Action Week. That one went to Brooks. Brooks has, the receiver from the Bengals, who had a huge week in week 5. Um, Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase in week 5 had a 21 point game, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check that. He scored, yes, 21.9 that week. So that's a heck of a good week for rookie action week. So congratulations on that win, Brooks. Your $15 come at the end of the season. And then for week 6, which was a new one this week, it was Cowboy week, where for this one, what we did was we looked at the Cowboys' overall score for the week, and the player to score closest to that score won. So, if it was a little bit lower score, could have been multiple players right around it. But the Cowboys ended up scoring 35. So basically, it ended up being highest score was the way it was, because the highest score of the week last week was Derrick Henry on Monday night. Of course, again, he's a monster. Derrick Henry comes in, scores 33.6, pretty darn close to that 35, and gets another win for Joe. So far for the weekly challenges, Kevin won the first 2 weeks. Frenchie won week 3. Joe won week 4. And Brooks won week 5, and then Joe won week 6. So we got, out of the 6 weeks so far, we've had 2 weekly winners already of the same person. So we'll see what happens this week. This week, we're looking at front runner week. So what does that mean? That means that your team has the most wins, uh, players who won games. So, regardless of their scores, did their team win? So, you know, there could be a tie this week. If there is, we'll split the pot, but most likely there won't be a tie. Usually somebody ends up on top. Maybe somebody will get everybody to win. That'd be pretty cool if that happened, but we'll see what happens with that this week. So that is the weekly challenges. Now, pick 'em. Last week, I did not announce my pick'ems, but I still made them, and I ended up having my best week last week, which is I went 8-5 last week against the spread. So that is a step in the right direction. This week, I'm still way behind the curve. I'm 39, 52, and 2 against the spread so far, but we'll give them heck. See if week 7 I can really, start heading in a 500 direction. Maybe get this back on track. So tomorrow night we have the Browns and the Broncos. This game is on paper, prior to the season, you would have said the Browns were definitely the favorite. But the Browns have a lot of injuries. They're not even playing Baker this week. They're without most of their receivers, both of their running backs. They're playing a rookie running back, backup quarterback. There's just too many question marks in this one for me. So Lions 2, I'm going to take Broncos +2. All right. Second game on Sunday. You got the Bengals at the Ravens. The line is 6.5. I'm going to take the Bengals +6.5. They've looked good this year. The Ravens looked good last week, but they also didn't look good the week before. They've been a hit or miss team. I'll take the points. That's almost a touchdown. I'll take that. Yeah, I think it'll end up being a close game. Panthers at Giants. Lines 3. Giants have injury problems as well. I'm going to take the Panthers -3. Giants aren't very good. Washington football team at Packers. Kind of same idea. Packers haven't lost since week 1. They look lights out most weeks. I'm pretty sure if I saw things right last weekend, uh, you know, did I see that right? Aaron Rodgers owns Chicago's fan base. So, yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers keeps owning this week. I mean, I know he can't win every week, but this game's at home, and the Washington football team's Not very good. So Packers minus 8.5. Chiefs at Titans. This one might be a surprise. Um, Chiefs still didn't look very good last week. They won pretty favorably against Washington football team, but again, the Washington football team not that good. Titans got a big win last week, step in the right direction, but defense still not very good. I think this one could be a pretty high scoring game. But I'm gonna take the Titans plus 5.5. Falcons and Dolphins. Oh dear, the Dolphins. What a terrible loss that was last week. Um, as far as that game goes, I'm gonna go ahead and take I'm gonna take the Dolphins at home. Falcons haven't been too good, but the Dolphins have been pretty bad. Hopefully, Tua can figure out something. Probably lose by 3, but whatever. Uh, Jets at Patriots. Jets suck. Patriots are a little bit better. I'll take the Patriots minus 7. Lions at Rams. Huge line on this one, but the Lions are really bad. I'll take the Rams minus 15. Uh, Eagles at Raiders. Raiders looked good last week. Eagles did not. I'm gonna take the Raiders minus 3. Bears at Bucks. The Bears are at the Bucks minus 13. Um, I will take the Bucks minus 13 in this one. Bears have not been very good as of late. I think that trend continues. Texans at Cardinals, highest line of the year if I remember here. Cardinals are minus 17, and I'm taking them. Cards minus 17. Colts at 49ers. Colts have looked better the last 3 weeks. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention. Their defense fell apart versus the Ravens. Otherwise, they would have won 3 games in a row, but they didn't. So I'm going to take the Colts plus 4 in this one. 49ers have been struggling. And Saints at Seahawks. Usually this would be a Seahawks no-brainer. However, Seahawks have backup quarterback. Defense is bad. Saints defense is pretty good. I'll take the Saints minus 4.5. All right, that's my picks for the week. Now, power rankings. All right, rankings have definitely changed for some teams over the last week. My power rankings for this week are as follows. Number 1, the Cardinals, still undefeated, kicked the crap out of the Browns. Number 2, the Bucks. They've looked better. They've looked pretty seamless on offense. Their defense is playing better. I mean, they've been good against the run all year, but their pass defense came around a little bit last week. We'll see. I mean, they may be bound for another Super Bowl. Number 3, I got the Rams. Rams still a Super Bowl contender for sure. Looking good week after week. I like them. Moving up to 4, I got the Cowboys. Cowboys had a huge win last week in New England. Even a year ago, it was unfathomable. Dak is on par. You got weapons all over the field, and the defense might be legit. That Diggs kid's pretty good. Number 5, Packers. Now the Packers, they're a team that at the beginning of the season you didn't think much of, especially game 1. But they all they've done is win ever since. So no complaints here. Packers at 5. Number 6, Ravens. Ravens have looked really good most weeks. Obviously the one loss, but yeah, the Ravens are definitely contenders. So I'm gonna put them at 6. There's a 6 over here. There we go. All right, 7. I got the Bengals. Bengals are the biggest surprise on this list for sure. The Bengals are 4-2. Who would have said that at the beginning of the season? Holy cow! Better record than the Browns. Just winning what needs to be won. Winning games they need to do. So Congratulations to the Bengals at number 7 right now. Number 8, I dropped the Bills down. The Bills, I still think are a top team, but they lost in disheartening fashion last week to a Titans team that probably had no business beating them. But, the Fighting Derrick Henrys are the Fighting Derrick Henrys for a reason. They run Derrick Henry, and he won them the game. Number 9, I got the Saints. They had a bye last week, so they'll stay in the same spot. And number 10, I got the Chiefs. Chiefs moved back in because the Browns dropped all the way out and the Chargers dropped out. And they both looked bad last week, so I'll take the Chiefs in the last spot. And that's my thoughts for the week. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I hope that everybody is happy with where their fantasy schemes are going. We got a long ways to go, but I think through 6 weeks, things have been pretty exciting. We have some top teams, but I mean, in a couple weeks that could be wide open. We could end up with a bunch of 500 teams. Who knows? So keep playing hard, keep making your picks. This week, according to my podcast, is like Bye-Mageddon, basically. A lot of the power teams this week are on bye, so make sure you go get your team stacked up so that you at least get a shot at getting a W this week, because this week, could make a difference in making the playoffs. So make sure you try to do your best to get everybody out there. Anyways, it's been great talking to y'all. I will see you again hopefully next week. If not, yeah, why not next week? Yeah, I'll see you right back here next week. Take care, and we'll see you later. Hit them beats!
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me.
Peace out, folks.